Hello there, Second Church. Good evening to all of you family, friends. Thank you for allowing me to come into your home tonight through this video. This is our Wednesday night Bible study. And let us not forget that we do have 10:30 service, worship service on Sunday morning, every Sunday morning. Right now we're outside and we're just having a mighty good time. Sister Christina and the praise team is praising the Lord and getting everybody in the Spirit of God. And we just have such a great time. So thank you again for allowing me to come into your home. Family and friends, I want to talk to you today about Noah's Ark. Be quiet. I want to talk to you today about Noah's Ark. Noah's flood. Noah's flood. That's just the title of the lesson for this week. We know the story of Noah. We know how Noah preached the gospel for 120 years before that flood actually took place. We also know that Noah pretty much restarted the earth. God restarted the earth all over again through Noah after the flood. But as I do not have a lot of time for the video, we are going to be talking about verse 20 through 23. Be quiet. Verse 20 is the one that I really want to focus on. I want to ask you today a question, family and friends. What altar are you building or have you built it unto the Lord? I want you to notice here in chapter 8, Genesis chapter 8, verse 20. I want you to notice here what is said of Noah. And in verse 20 it says, and Noah builded an altar, unto the Lord, and took of every clean beast and of every clean fowl, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. Just for a minute, I want to ask you a question. What altar are you building unto the Lord? Or what altar have you built it unto the Lord? I believe it's 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 15 tells us to sanctify the Lord in our hearts. When I sanctify the Lord in my heart, that means I spend some time with God. That means I set aside a specific time of each day to just be with God. Now, if you remember in the book of Genesis, God came down in the cool of the day. He came down from heaven in the cool of the day to spend time with Adam. So God is the first one to actually sanctify a time to be with his creation. His creation ought to do the same thing. We ought to sanctify a time in each day when we are alone with Jesus Christ. Now, when I sanctify this time, that's my altar. I'm building my altar unto the Lord. The important thing for us to understand about this, one of the important things for us to understand about this is that when Noah first stepped off the boat, notice that the Bible doesn't say Noah thought about rebuilding his own house. Notice that the Bible doesn't say anything about Noah thought about where's my wife going to live or what are my children going to eat. He didn't think about nothing but one thing. When he stepped off that boat, he thought about building an altar unto the Lord. That also gets into the Bible saying, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, Matthew 6:33. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all of God's righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. It is extremely important, family and friends, that we build an altar unto the Lord every single day of our lives. Now remember, God is the first one to do the sanctification. God came down out of heaven every day in the cool of the day. He had a time when he would just forget everything in heaven, if you will, and just come and sit down and talk and fellowship and just love on his creation, which was Adam. You and I, let's practice the same thing. Let's practice the same thing. Let us build an altar unto the Lord. Let us sanctify a time to be with Jesus on a daily basis. May the Lord bless you, and I will see you in the very next video.